RSK, let it play, boy.
First up. Is your God. And that's our problem. We don't fear nobody except the white man. 1 week y'all was leprechauns, the next week y'all celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Now y'all gonna be celebrating 4th of July. And our people, and we still in captivity. We still getting gunned down. We still getting chased across state lines. Getting locked up. Getting crosses, sending bounty hunters. That's a bounty hunter is the same thing as the joker who trying to track down the slave, man. Trying to track down the runaway slave. It's the same thing. You got that 1 Samuel 2:6?
The book of 1 Samuel.
Children of Israel, your God's chosen nation of people. There's a reason why you run the fastest, why you jump the highest, why you're the most innovative people on this planet. But there's also a reason why you're at the bottom of society.
That's right.
There's a reason why we in the gutters, in the slums. And that's because we're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. It's because we are leaning to our own understanding. Thinking that we know what's best for us. Thinking that we know more what's good for us than the Creator does.
Check it out.
So we don't want to follow thus says the Lord. We want to say thus says me, and that's why we end up in the predicaments that we end up in. Ark, you say you had the question? You all right now?
Testing.
You say you Indian, you'll be from the tribe of Gad. You'll be from the tribe of Gad. I'm going to show you why you say that with the children of Israel. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. You might up?
Testing.
Might up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Come on.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
It says, thou art a holy people. The word holy means a set apart. You are a separate people, man.
Bring it out.
You are a set apart people. You are a special people. You are a peculiar people unto the Most High God. Keep going.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
And he chose us to be a special people unto himself. You know your nationality according to the Bible, Al?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're Israelite?
Yes, sir.
All praise.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He chose us to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So again, that's why you run the fastest. That's why you invented the street light. You invented manufacturing.
Right.
You invented the automobile. You invented the internet. You invented the cell phones. Yet as a nation, we barely being able to afford those things. The very things that our forefathers invented, we struggling to even obtain.
Right.
Working 40 hours, working 60 hours. And that's why a lot of our people done gave up, because they don't work 40 hours, 50 hours, and still can't make a living out here, man. Still can't make a living, still out on the streets. So you living in an oppressive system that'll make you want to give up, man.
Bring it out.
But all that has happened because of our disobedience to the law, statutes, and commandments set forth by our Father, set forth by our Creator. Do you want to eat pork, shrimp, and lobster? The #1 killer of the black man over the age of 34 is high blood pressure, diabetes. You don't know how to eat.
Bring it out.
You want to be a whoremonger out here? You want to be a fornicator and adulterer?
Right.
Black people lead in all STD categories.
That's right.
All STD categories. If there's an STD, we lead in it. We #1 in it, and we only make up 16% of the population. We only make up 16%, yet we lead in all STDs categories, man.
I got a question. So what's the other percentages?
I need it for my eye. I got sweat.
The makeup.
Well, as far as blacks worldwide, we are the majority. But in the United States, we only make up 16% of the United States. Now, the reason it don't feel like that is because they got us segregated already. You feel me? So all we see is black. All I see is black people majority of the time. Well, it make me think that it's majority black people. But that's because the system has it separated. So there'll be a few white people here and there that'll be scattered amongst and speckled in the population.
Right.
But at the end of the day, yeah, as a Census Bureau, it's only like 42 million blacks in America. Not that, that's in America. So we only make up 16% of America.
Okay, so what percentage of America does Europeans?
Europeans probably like 70 something, man. Probably about 60 something, 70%. And then, you know, the Hispanics almost at the same point as we are. But we all the same people. That's what we bringing out. The blacks are Hispanics and the Native American Indians are the, you know what I'm saying? But the whites are the majority here. It don't feel like it because they got you out, you know what I'm saying? They got us all in the same area.
Yeah, they do got us in the same area.
You know what I'm saying? So your kids could be raised up, they be totally black. Majority of the school to be totally black.
But do you believe that's consistent though?
You don't believe that there's more white people here than black people?
I'm just asking. I mean, I know, but it could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? I believe the vast majority of people here in the United States are white American, white Americans. Now their population is at zero. Their birth rate is at zero right now because they can't have no kids. They dying before they can have kids, and that's why a lot of them send here crossing over and dating. You know what I'm saying? Dating other races so they can have kids. But at the end of the day, our population ain't that because get what? Abortion.
Right.
We killing our kids.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So how you feel about this abortion thing?
I think all praise to the Most High.
All
We gonna
praise.
speak on that too. We gonna
Bring it
speak
out.
on the abortion and how our women went crazy over the abortion. But a couple months ago in Virginia, you remember the governor out there signed a bill saying you can kill the baby after it's born.
Right. No
And you
outrage.
ain't see nobody getting uproad and getting all raising a tumult about that. You see what I'm saying?
Post-birth abortion.
But watch these numbers. The black woman in abortions, black woman has killed since 1967. The black woman has killed over 20 million.
Dang.
Over 20 million. Our population right now ain't number like 42, 44. Half of our population has been killed in the last 50 years.
By our women.
You see what I'm saying? Doing abortions. Yeah, and see, the only reason that's bringing an uproar because we live in a whore culture.
Right.
That's the culture we living in right now. Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill. You feel what I'm saying? Come through. Let me smoke you out. You see what I'm saying? You know what it is. We living in a whore culture, so it ain't nothing to get something right now and then and not deal with it. And she knew and she'll understand the arrangements that you had. So she's willing to get abortions now. They mad that they can't get abortions. They mad that they can't kill their kids. And that's okay. That's an okay thing to be talking about. And see, that's how you have to understand where we at, man. The fact that that's okay, the fact that we get mad that a governor stopped abortions, that shouldn't be nothing we be mad about. That shouldn't be nothing we be upset about.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we need our populace. We talking about Black Lives Matter and that whole now, how Black Lives Matter when we killing, the black women have over 300,000 abortions a year.
Dang.
Over 300,000 of us die before we even have a heartbeat, man. Over 300,000. And you want to, you can bring in the rape and the incest and that whole, but that still don't care. Majority of those abortions are the Netflix and chill, let me smoke you out. We playing their girlfriend, boyfriend, we playing house and not doing thus says the Lord, which means you sleep with that woman, you married to her. You see what I'm saying? We not doing that. Black people ain't getting married, period. Not trying to do it. Not trying to do it, man. 24% of our women, 24% get married. 14% of that, half of that get divorced. So you got about 14% of our women live a life of marriage, man. So if you get married, you need to be making sure you keep that thing in order, man, because that's a rare thing in our culture. Because our culture right now, and that's why you got to bethink yourself.
Right.
That's what we out here to do, this so you can get a new culture outside of the culture that's been given to you by your oppressor.
Right.
Because the whore culture, that's been given to you by your oppressor. That ain't been given to you by, thus says the Lord. That's been given to you by Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
Bring it out. So I got a question.
Go ahead.
What about the oppressor in this whole marriage structure that's created? Like, yeah, this person, I just feel some type of way about the government involved in everything.
The government involved in everything. Right. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy.
You don't like having to go get a marriage certificate. Is that what you saying?
I mean,
One wife?
yeah,
You want a wife?
yeah, I do.
But
But I just don't feel me like these marriage terms that the government set up. It's like they got to be involved in every fucking thing. They're gonna be involved when you have a child. They want to be involved in.
Yeah.
They want to be involved when you every fucking thing.
Right. That's part of the curse. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. That's part of the curse. And see, that's why we got to understand that we actually still slaves.
Yeah.
We actually better slaves than we were 500 years ago.
Yeah, we just free range slaves.
We just free range, and you know why? The only way you can have a free range slave is he obedient.
right.
You couldn't have no free range slave 400-500 years ago because they weren't obedient. But we done been beat into obedience. We done been beat into a trance. We done been hypnotized to the point of the trauma that we've seen. That now we just stand still at it. We just stare at it now and tell everybody to look at it.
We distracted.
You know what I'm saying?
We got so many damn distractions out here.
Come.
They don't even be knowing what's going on.
And that's why they keep them going. And they keep those distractions. As long as you distracted and you confused, you gonna stand still.
Real.
Just like a deer in headlights. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
How you doing, bro? You believe in the scriptures? You got time to hear the word real quick? We bringing out the true nationality of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
I heard it. I was watching something.
You watch some of that? Listen to this real quick. Let me show you that. Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15. Bring it up.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass,
It said it's going to come to pass, meaning this is going to be a future prophecy. Come on.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If we don't listen to the Lord thy God, come on.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
What's going to happen?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and
All these curses
overtake
going
thee.
to come upon thee. Now, the brother was just talking about how the government is within everything we do. If we want a ID, we got to get it from the government. If we want a birth certificate, we got to get it from the government. Give me verse 48. Watch one of the curses.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God
Because thy servest not the Lord thy God, come on,
with joyfulness
with joyfulness,
and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
come on.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine
It
enemies,
says, therefore, we're going to have to serve our enemies. Come on.
which the Lord shall send against thee
Uh-huh.
in hunger,
Anything we want to eat, you know what I'm saying? We got to get it from our enemies. All the genetically modified food, we got to get it from our enemies. Even if we buy a house and we want to plant a garden in our backyard, we got to get permission from our enemies. You want to collect rainwater, you got to get a permit to collect rainwater. They won't even let you collect the water out of the sky. Keep going out.
and in thirst.
And in thirst, man. Let me see them water towers that be posted up. You can't get one of them. I don't care how much money you got.
Right.
I don't care if you Oprah, Jay-Z. They can't buy no water tower.
Right.
How many black people you done seen say, you know what? That's my water tower right there. I did that for the city.
Right.
You can't do that. So you don't have no power. That green paper don't mean nothing. If you can't buy no water tower, what it gonna mean if you can't buy a water tower? You can't buy no Lamborghinis and Ferrari. That can't feed
Toys,
you.
man.
When apocalypse happen, when the nuke hit, keep going out.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, all our textiles got to come from the white man. Even if we make our own clothes, it's still the manufacturing and the distribution is controlled by the white man. One more.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. If we want to get married, we got to ask the white man to get us a marriage license, get us a certificate. If we want to go fishing, we got to go get a fishing license. You want to go hunting, you got to get a hunting license. You want to drive a car out here, no matter how much money you got to go ask the white man to give you a driver's license, to give you permission to drive your car out here.
And insurance.
And insurance, which is a joke.
And a tag.
And a tag, come on now. And you got to get a license. Yeah, you got to get a permit to drive in his city, in his state. Go ahead, Doc.
So how do we take back the power?
How do we take back the power?
How do we take back the power?
Give me Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. Give me Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. That's an excellent question. Go ahead.
What I've been thinking about is one way we take back the power is identifying who you truly are, right?
Identifying who you truly are and rethinking yourself, and then reapplying that new culture instead of the culture that's given to us. Because the culture that's given to us now is smash them, leave them, don't take care of your kids, sell drugs, strip, be a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? All these things are given to us subconsciously through the music, through the media, and effeminizing our men. You know what I'm saying? It's an alarming rate of effeminized men out here. We're going to speak on that too.
Bring it out.
We're going to speak on that too. The vaccine, but it's more the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hang around enough gay people long enough, you'll start flipping your wrist. You'll start acting like it.
Hey, bro, I believe this shit in the air too. I was watching I seen a video on...
How y'all brothers doing? Y'all believe in scripture?
Yeah, I seen a video on Instagram, right? We had it was probably like 7 to 8, little kids, little boys, probably about 10 to 13. And they were just outside playing some kind of hunting game, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, like going up to each other, like, yeah, bro. I'm like, this shit in the air or something?
Yeah, man. But that's the culture, man. Cause the kid watching that, these females watching that. I seen a sister at work. She was watching. I seen her looking at her phone, watching this other female who was supposed to be a female. She's like, dang, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And I looked at the screen. I was like, who you talking about? Let's look at the screen. I said, man, that's a man. That's a man. So she was fantasizing over a transgender man. The stud is going out. The stud, 2019-20, ain't no more of them studs going through, man. These gay women want transgender men now.
What?
Yeah. They want the transgender man dressed up. That's why they going to the drag shows and that whole nine. That's why they doing that. Because that's what they really want. That's what they fantasizing about now. It's like the both. It's like a package and it's a 2-in-1.
Right.
It's a combo deal. It's a combo deal. You ain't got to play with you ain't got to have the toy no more. It's a 3-in-1. It's a 3-in-1. But that's what done happened, man. And we laugh at this stuff. We laugh at it. Just like Snapchat just put the filter.
Right.
Snapchat just put the transgender filter on the app. Where you can put a filter on and make yourself look like a man, or put the filter on and make yourself look like a woman.
Right.
And vice versa, man. And we laughing and giggling at that. And see, your kid gonna get that and transform himself, and your son gonna get it and look at himself and say, no, you know what, I look better as a female. And then legally, he gonna be able to tell you, I want to live as a girl now, Daddy.
Dang.
You know what they doing, like this old Snapchat filters and everything? They ain't nothing but facial recognition.
That too.
I saw a little story where this white dude had boarded a plane, thinking United Airlines. I can't think what airline company it was, right? But he didn't even have to show his passport or nothing. And then once he got on the plane and realized, he was like, damn. So how did they identify, who I was, show my passport?
Right.
And he had, wrote on Twitter, and they came back and was like, well, sorry for not letting you know about our facial recognition thing that we're using now. Like, what the hell? So y'all was gonna tell me that y'all was using that shit? Right. They was like, well, we've been using it. We'll take you off it or whatever like that.
Right now, see, once you logged in, even with getting your passport, they get that picture of you. That's it. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. But yeah, and that's how those apps end up getting that big like that. Like your Facebook and you just can't do that. You got brothers who can create apps But they can't launch nothing like as powerful as that. That gotta be government funded. Just like Uber and Lyft, man. It gotta be government funded. You feel what I'm saying? Give me that Baruch chapter 2, verse 30 though, so we can learn what the answer is.
The book of Baruch, chapter 2, and verse 30. Here it is. For I knew that they would not hear me.
He said, I knew that they would not hear me. Come on.
Because it is a stiff-necked people.
Because we are stiff-necked people. Come on.
But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
But in the land of their captivity, they gonna what?
Remember themselves.
They gonna do what?
Remember themselves.
They gonna remember themselves. They gonna bethink themselves. They gonna remember who they truly are. They gonna remember that they're the true children of Israel. They're the God-chosen nation. Keep going.
And shall know that I am the Lord their God.
And they gonna know that he's our creator. Come on.
For I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
He gonna give them a heart and ears to hear. Keep going.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. And think upon my name.
They gonna praise him and think upon his name. Keep going.
And return from their stiff neck.
And they gonna return from their stiff neck. They gonna turn from their disobedience. They gonna return from their own understanding. You see what I'm saying?
And their wicked deeds.
And their wicked deeds, because it's natural for us to be